Today we're looking at notes 5-1. Write the equation in vertex form given the vertex and a point. So I want you to recall that this is the vertex form of a quadratic function. Okay, and if we are given a vertex, which is h and k, and a point, we can just assume that's the x and that's a y. What this information is going to help us find is the missing link, and what they don't give us here is a. There's no way for us to know what a is unless we graph it, and sometimes that can be very tedious because these numbers can be very large. So instead, we're going to use algebra to find that a value. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this information and plug it in to the formula. So that means if y equals a, we're going to plug in y, which our y value is 3. So 3 equals a, parentheses, x is 0, minus h is 1, squared, plus k is 2. So now we're going to use algebra to solve for a. So PEMDAS says I've got to do what's in the parentheses first. So 3 equals a, 0 minus 1 is negative 1, squared plus 2. So then PEMDAS says exponent. So 3 equals, what is negative 1 squared? It's positive 1, so a times 1 plus 2. Then PEMDAS says I've got to multiply, right, or divide. So here a times 1 is just a plus 2. Okay, so now add or subtract, so I've got to get rid of this 2. So in this case, since we're getting rid of it, we're going to do the inverse. So the inverse of addition is subtraction. 3 minus 2 is 1, so 1 equals a. So now that we know what a is, we can write the equation for this quadratic. So we know the equation always looks like this. Y equals a, which is 1, x minus h, which is 1 squared, plus k, plus 2. Is the 1 really necessary on the outside? No, I actually prefer that you don't write it. So let's just rewrite, and that is our final equation in vertex form. All right, so let's practice with another one over here. So again, given the vertex, that's h and k, and some point. I know it says y-intercept, but do we really care that it's the y-intercept? No, it's a point. That's the point. It's a point, that's the point. So we know that that's x and that's y. Okay, so now plug into this formula so I can solve for a. So y is 2. So 2 equals a, parentheses, x, which is 0, minus h, which is negative 5. So minus negative 5. Minus a negative will turn to a positive, squared, plus k. Well, k is negative, so minus, oops, not 5, minus 6 is k. Alrighty, so now, PEMDAS, 2 equals a, 0 plus 5 is 5. Okay, then exponent, 2 equals a times 25, 5 squared is 25, minus 6. Got to multiply before I add or subtract, so 2 equals 25a minus 6. Okay, so now to solve for a, I need to move this minus 6 over, so add 6 both sides, so I get 8 equals 25a. All right, and last but not least, divide by 25, so we get a really funky a value, but that's okay. In real life, things don't usually work out to be whole numbers, so here is our a value now to plug back into the formula to get our final equation. We have y equals 8 over 25, x minus h. Again, h is a negative, so that's going to turn to plus 5 squared minus 6. And that is my final equation in vertex form, just like that.